and welcome. So today we are diving into a brand new month, November, and it's a time for reflection, for transformation, for quiet preparation before the year closes. So in this pick a card reading, we are going to look into the energies surrounding you this month and possibly which lessons or blessings and turning points are unfolding on your path. So as always, take a deep breath, center yourself, and choose a pile or the card that calls to your intuition. So for pile number 1, we have this card, which is Believe in Yourself, and we have this one. In lilac, for pile number 2, we have this stone, and we have the card Be Your Own Happy Ever After. And for pile number 3, we have the card If You Want to Win, Control Your Emotions and Focus on Your Goals. And we have this stone. Okay, take a moment. Remember, it's still a collective reading on YouTube, so not everything will resonate 100%. Trust what your heart recognizes as truth and let the rest go. It's meant for someone else. And let's find out what November is bringing for you. Alright, so if you chose pile number 1 with the card Believe in Yourself and this little stone, we will now get some oracle cards for you, see what's coming up for November, and then we will get some tarot as well. So this one is the Soul's Journey lesson cards. For pile number 1, which card would be the most appropriate? Okay, we have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. This one is the Crystal Grid Oracle. Number 50 with Journey, Black Calcite. Now the Energy Oracle cards. With Cornucopia, number, is it 11 or is it 2? Oh, no, it's 11, in case it was a Roman language. And for the spilled tea, let's check what else could come. Bad influence. Someone is having a negative influence on your life. Okay, so already starting here, yeah, we could say that it is interesting the order the cards came out. You start with a failure, so the lesson being to understand that a mistake is always it's always an opportunity to learn, and that initiates your journey towards abundance, towards the goal, right? And you have a warning, so someone or something is not being a positive energy in your life. So you are being called to believe in yourself. Don't let this failure, whatever this represents for you, bring you down. That's not the point. The point is not to make you feel weak or not worth, or like you don't feel worth of what you want. The point really is to learn and to overcome this failure, right? As they say, if you knew you were 20 failures away from what you want, how fast would you want to fail, right? Understanding that it's part of the journey, understanding that most often it is when we start our journey that leads us to our goals, to our abundance, to the things we want to actualize and to create in this life. And here the crystal is black calcite, and this crystal is connected to deep release and renewal, to grounding, to transformative energy. It's basically meant to help you let go of emotional residue, of trauma, or old belief systems that no longer serve your growth. And that could be actually the negative influence, things that you still believe in, but that no longer fit the reality you are trying to create. So it's a bit like a energetic detox, clearing negativity, stagnation, helping also clearing past life patterns from your field, and bringing in emotional stability and calm and clarity. So it is a good crystal when you are letting go of this energy, right? When you are trying to manifest something, but you feel like there are still some blocks or some energy that is not yet 100% aligned. Let's get the tarot now. To see what's coming for you in November. What's coming for pile number 1 in November? All good? We have the Page of Wands reversed, the Six of Cups reversed, the Four of Cups, and the King of Pentacles, which in a way it's mirroring the oracle cards we have here. And the cards that came out are Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords reversed, and Eight of Wands. These two were showing it themselves. So the Page of Wands reversed, it is showing this energy of when things don't go your way, let's say. When you are all passionate about something and suddenly something stops your way, stops your momentum, right? You don't yet have the wisdom or the knowledge to go forth, to use that at your advantage. And you might easily be discouraged. You might lose the passion for it. You might lose the excitement and the enthusiasm just because something didn't go your way. And here the Six of Cups reversed, which sometimes can also be associated with either nostalgia or past life, or when our inner child, it is reversed and it is under the black calcite. So it very much supports this let go of the emotions and the patterns that are still lingering from our past, from your past. It's about facing this shadow energy gently, not through chaos, but through understanding and releasing, right? And here we have the Four of Cups. So his eyes are still closed to this new abundance, right? He's still pondering. He's still in the moment of reflection. He's still seeing what he can learn from this journey. He's still, in a way, connected to the ground. He's not looking up. He's still having this introspective and inwards moment. And we finish with the King of Pentacles, which is connected exactly with this abundance that you are capable of manifesting in your daily life. So overall, you are being asked, or you will go through this integration process, let's say, about the lessons that you needed to move forward with wisdom, with the humility, and it's also about the shadow work that is in motion, which is not to stay in the dark, but to purify what's blocking your path. It's like a soul level transition. It feels like November is like a bridge month, right? The space between the endings and the rebirths, the space where you think this was the end of the chapter, but maybe it's just the beginning. Understanding that, and when you understand that, you see that abundance starts to flow again, that the universe is not withholding, it's just redirecting you. It's as if you are starting with this knowledge a new cycle of fulfillment and restored confidence as well. It's about detoxing your energy, your circle, your old path, releasing your old patterns. It's about letting go of nostalgia or emotional ties to the past. It's about realizing that one misstep, one mistake cannot be the reason why your creativity remains blocked. It cannot work as foundation for hesitation to start something new. It's about realizing that as soon as you decide to open your eyes to see things in a new perspective, as you let go and cut ties with this emotional fatigue, you recognize new opportunities. And that is a step to not stay lost in nostalgia or regret or whatever you are feeling due to this mistake. And so emotionally maturity and also your skill to manifest things is regained. It's as if you end the month grounded and balanced and in control of your feelings. And these little cards here that jumped out, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, they are pushing you forward. Energies that help you move forward with bold movement, with mental clarity, with the courage to act once you have integrated these lessons. So overall, if you chose pile number 1, I think your message is quite clear. It's a month of emotional reset. It's about believing in yourself, believing in the reality you want to create for yourself, visualizing that reality, feeling it in your bones, having no doubts about it, releasing everything that is not helping you build that reality, understanding that endings are just doorways to more wisdom, and welcoming as well as clarity returns as you rebuild your confidence. And by the end of the month, you'll be sitting in the energy of this King of Pentacles, right? So he knows how to manifest, he trusts his value, he knows what he's worth, he knows his direction, he knows how to move forward with purpose. So if this resonated, then this was your reading. I hope you have an amazing month ahead. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hey, so if you chose pile number 2, welcome. This is your card. Be your own happy ever after. And this is the little stone you chose. So we have 4 oracle decks. We are gonna see which card comes out of which deck. So here it's the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Do you want to come out? Or come out again if you want. It's the lesson for pile number 2. We have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And we have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness, which goes very well with this card of be your own happy ever after. Now here with the activation oracle for pile number 2. What can you show us? Okay, I will take these 2 that are showing just out of. We have the Tantric Journey, number 42, Compassion and Gaia, who fell off, and these ones which are actually showing. So we have number 35 with Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. And we have number 37 with Realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. And now we have the energy oracle cards. Okay. We have number 40 with the 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. And here, what do we have? We have number 5, Dear John, and it says, Dear John, I think it's best for us to go on our separate ways. Dear John, rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, set boundaries, divorce, strained situation. It's not you, it's me. The end, final word, cutting cords, something's not working. We have eclipse, union of opposites, conceal, event, mask, upstage, merge, transform, camouflage, hide, overshadow, loss of power, temporary block, support, sudden darkness, reveal. And we have number 5 with earn, so loss, death, forfeiture, grief, close up, bereaved, breakup, poverty, collapse, dispossess, remove, dismantle, deprive, absence, change of state, setback, it's over, done. Let me just take a little moment. I feel like in November, there is an energy of breaking away from something or someone, that's clear, but it goes beyond that. Because the focus of the energy is not on the rejection or the separation or the loss. It is still very much on yourself, on being there for yourself, more accurately. It's about finding freedom through this change of perception, which comes from daring to be honest with yourself and acknowledging the realizations that are coming. So here with the sixth chakra archangel Metatron, which funny enough is the same color scheme as the rock and card that you chose, it speaks about inner seeing, so the ability to perceive truth beyond logic or reason or illusion as well. And when it's activated, which is also known as your third eye chakra, it connects you to your higher self, to your intuition, to the trust that you have in your inner knowing, rather than only relying on what you can see externally. It's this subtle flow of information that comes directly from spirit or from your higher self, right? And Metatron, being the angel of ascension and alignment, it's all about this mental clarity and energetic alignment, and reminding you why you are here, right? Your higher purpose, your activation. It's also confirming that you are under spiritual protection, right? Especially during this transformation. I think here I think you have realized something. Okay, this is a collective reading on YouTube, so you're gonna have to see what makes sense to you. But something has become visible to you, as if the veil had been lifted, right? And maybe it is still in a very initial state of the only argument is your own intuition. You have this feeling, you have this nudge, and perhaps you've decided, or you are deciding, to trust your intuition, being honest with yourself instead of saying, oh, it's nothing, I'll put it on the side, I will not think about that. You understand that you have the obligation to be honest with yourself, and that through that honesty you can free yourself, that you can create your own happiness. And sometimes our own happiness comes from letting go, or in the process of chasing our own happiness, we have to let go of certain friends or of someone we are in a relationship with, or certain family members. I'm not advising you to do so. I'm just saying that sometimes in the process of our own healing, certain dynamics fall apart because they no longer match what we are now choosing to live. We change our perception, right? And that moves us out of our comfort zone. And that makes us look at the situation as it is, not as we want it to be. And that frequency of realization, it is what supports the internal process of becoming aware, right? Of our inner truth. That's what helps us and guides us towards being the highest expression of ourselves that we can be in this world, of always being true to ourselves, truthful to ourselves. Maybe someone broke up with you, maybe you've lost someone, but use that situation to refocus on yourself, to change your perception, to find your freedom through it, if it makes sense. I'm going to get tarot as well, but mentioning tarot, let's not forget how death is a symbol of transformation, is a symbol of rebirth in the end. And that's also the energy that we have here with perception, which in the eclipse union of opposites, which is holding the space for both duality, right? For both sides, let's say, death and rebirth, the light and the shadow. I think that's also one of the main points for November. Grief and hope. Anyway, for sure it's about being honest with yourself, seeing beyond illusions, following your intuition, understanding that certain things will not be with you when you raise your frequency. Certain people might no longer resonate in the same way. Let's see what Tarot has to say. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. Six of Wands reversed and the Seven of Wands reversed. So starting right away with the Ten of Swords reversed, it is about the exhaustion or the painful ending, right? Working as a portal to something else. In this case, the healing and the freedom that comes after going through this process. This card is basically saying the worst is over. You already been through the breaking point. Now the energy, it begins to lift. Your perception starts to change. You start having different realizations of why certain things had to happen. And in it, you find your honesty and your freedom, right? And you regain them. It's as if you have released something that once felt final, but that in truth, after a change of perception, this card shows that recovery and closure, they are possible, right? You are no longer falling, you are no longer being stabbed by more swords. Instead, you are getting back up. It's the exact moment where honesty cuts through illusion, and so your soul can start to breathe again. Here, the Seven of Wands, it's about releasing the resistance, releasing the need to fight for everything and nothing. You don't have to fight anymore. It's safe to lay down your defenses and to move forward freely. And that's what the Six of Wands is asking, which is, where are you still seeking approval instead of self-recognition? Where are you still wasting your energy fighting when the only perception that should matter is how you see yourself? Of course, you can hear what others have to say. You can use it as a counterweight, as a way of analyzing if you think that they might be right, if you could improve something, but in the end is how you see yourself. If you keep chasing people, fighting for their attention, for them to see you as you want them to see you, for them to do things the way you think they should be doing, you are not free. You are not in charge of your own happiness. And in November, that's what you are being called for, is be your own ever after. If you are feeling unseen or underappreciated, if your confidence is shaky, if your ego wounds are resurfacing, take all that and be so raw, so honest with yourself. Really allow yourself to understand, what is that trying to show me? Beyond all the illusions of the ego, beyond all of this, what am I being shown? What is my intuition saying? Makes sense so far? So overall, for the month of September, you are going through this we could almost say through the closing of a cycle here with these cards, right? And at the same time that you are closing this cycle, you are holding space for something new to start. And the doorway, the portal for that, is this energy we have here of honesty, of freedom, of your third eye awakening. You're coming back from something that once felt final, but you are healing, you are forgiving, you are releasing. This really is the rebirth phase after the eclipse. It's the moment where clarity and freedom, they finally replace struggle and resistance. And through it all, know that you are being protected, and call on your spiritual team to help you out as well. All right, pile number 2. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have an amazing month of November, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hey, so if you chose pile number 3 with if you want to win, control your emotions and focus on your goals, this will be your reading. And for you, we are going to take some oracle cards as well. Let's see what's coming through. For pile number 3, how will their November be? For pile number 3, how will their November be? Okay, so far we have anxiety, angel of balance, insight with Yolot. I will double check how to say that. Let's check as well the lesson cards for pile number 3. We have fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. If you want to win, control your emotions, control your fear, and focus on your goals. And we have balance. We have balance twice. I bring a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. Wait, I want another deck. Okay, so I got the oracle I wanted, and Iolite. I'm sorry, I completely butchered that. It happens, yeah, I'm learning. And I've also learned that this stone is connected to intuition, clarity, and navigation because sailors once used to use it to find the sun's position through the clouds. So there you go. Iolite, now I know. Okay, for pile number 3, what can you show us for November? Anything else? No good. So we have toxicity, bound, addictions, patterns, energy vampire, trauma, bonds, stuck. And we have loss, wounded, not feeling enough, missing someone, left out in the cold. Okay, this one from here. Just one, just which one wants to come out? Silent understanding, unspoken understanding creates a deep connection. And confession, someone is about to confess their true feelings to you. Okay. Okay, first of all, it is interesting to realize that you are probably now in a state where you can differentiate if your actions and your words are coming from a place of fear or love. And you can have the discernment to bring yourself back to a state of love if you realize you are in a state of fear. And it's also interesting that we have the word balance twice. And this is about restoration of harmony, self-alignment, grounded peace, both within you and in your outer world. The angel of balance, it comes out when your life, your emotions, your energy are out of harmony. Perhaps you've been in a state of anxiety, right? And so perhaps you've been giving too much and not receiving enough. Too much control, not enough trust. And there we have the control and the trust arguments again, themes again. Or too much activity and not enough rest. And so you are urged to remind yourself that you can't pour from an empty cup, so bring yourself back to center. You are being, funny enough, you are being told that your true strength is stability. And this is the card on the back of the deck, same as this one. And it's stability flow, trying to balance, trying to balance, juggling uncertainty, stressful choices, chaos. So in the same way that here on the Angel of Balance card, you have someone who looks very peaceful, even if she's in the desert, which can suggest the feeling of depletion, right? But she's still very peaceful because she's holding this inner equilibrium. She's balancing the spirit and matter, her intuition and logic, giving and receiving. Perhaps for a long time you felt like you were in a barren field, could have been your work, your relationship, whatever it was, but now your attention is starting to turn to your cup. You're being patient and wise about it. It's a sign for you to slow down and to recalibrate, to rebalance your priorities. Perhaps there's an area of your life, again, work, relationships, self-care, where you overextend yourself or that you neglect. And you are being called to see this area of your life that needs a refresh, let's say. From what I see here, I would say that this is mainly regarding a relationship or your love life, or at the very least your dynamic with someone else. So overall, if you chose pile number 3, I think that you have been stuck for way too long in this energy of anxiety and only giving or trying to control everything around, or this feeling the loss of someone who you couldn't control to stay in your life. Or perhaps you've been dealing with these addictions or people who take your energy, or with specific traumas, right? You have to see what resonates to you, because it is still a YouTube reading. But you have been in this energy for so long that you are now struggling to find your balance back. And you are being told that if you want to win, you have to control your emotions, you have to control your fear, and to focus on your goals. And most likely your goals, they are here, they are real, they are ready to knock on your door, and they have to do with a healthy relationship. Let's check with tarot as well. It's as if you are being urged to take control of your inner world, to manage your emotions and your fears, and focusing clearly on your goal, to live in the energy of love, so that then you can see that energy manifesting in your life, rather than being pulled to old patterns of fear and loss and anxiety and power struggles and control, right? To restore harmony in your life. I think someone is about to reveal their feelings to you, and this is not just a surface level attraction, it's real emotional recognition. And to receive this fully, you need to remain grounded, to maintain your inner balance and act from love, not fear. Let's see what Spirit can tell us about November, what's coming in. We have strength, all good. So we have the Queen of Swords reversed, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, and the Strength card. So the Strength card, right off the bat, it shows us that November, it's about handling challenges by staying centered and aligned with love. You can handle the challenge from a place of fear, or you can handle the challenge from a place of love, and it is your choice. And the Strength card is reminding you to stay calm, to stay grounded, to find that calm strength that comes from within when you are in a place of love. And the Knight of Cups, it's advising you to remain open to emotional connection, to stay balanced and grounded. Of course, we have the Angel of Balance. But that when someone comes forward with their feelings or an emotional opportunity presents itself, trust your intuition, trust your emotion, trust the love place you are at, and don't let your fear overpower you. If you want to win, control your emotions and focus on your goals. The Hierophant shows exactly that. It's how to maintain healthy boundaries, is how to put your values and your core beliefs into a proper structure, so that you can control your emotions, so that they don't run wild in you, right? It's about respecting your personal truth and values, even when you are going through an emotional situation. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed is showing that old patterns of scarcity, of fear, of lack, of toxicity are trying to hold you back. Perhaps, yes, this love opportunity is coming in, but first you have to release old wounds or toxic cycles so that you don't repeat the same cycle. And that's where the Queen of Swords reversed comes in as well, which is a sign of caution. Don't let past hurts or anxiety distort your judgment. Maintain your clarity, speak your truth gently, avoid getting pulled into emotional manipulation, right? So if you chose pile number 3, I think that November is about finding your strength and mastering your emotions. You are being tested to remain grounded, especially when emotional opportunities present themselves, especially when someone comes up to you and talks about their feelings and confesses how they feel, so that when a deeper connection emerges, you don't pull back, you don't act from a place of fear, you don't get in your head, but instead you can act from a place of love and balance and harmony. Stay clear, be patient, stay in alignment with your values, and you can turn all these tests into real emotional growth, clarity, and new beginnings. Especially if you manage to release old patterns that need to be released first. Alright, pile number 3, I hope this has helped you. Let me know in the comments your opinion if you feel like, and I wish you a lovely month of November ahead. Have a good one. Bye bye.